After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and/or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
So here we go for the final women's session in Kitakyushu, the Riverwalk Theatre, for these World Para Powerlifting Asia-Oceania Open Championships 2018. 2 more women's titles to be decided. It's the women's up to 86 and over 86 kilogram finals to wrap up a very good week of women's action here, and China have won all but 1 gold. It's the middle session of the day. 7 going in the up to 86 kg decider, 6 going over the top. First things first, it'll be the women's up to 86 kg decider, the 2nd heaviest weight category there is. Followed by the heaviest. We won't be seeing either of these today. Folashade Oluwafuniayo setting a new world record at the FASA World Cup in Dubai back in February. Allene Ancheta's world record was at the World Championships in Mexico City in December. That's where the Asian and Oceania records were broken the same day. Sheng Fai and Christine Ashcroft, respectively. Precious Orji with the over 86 world record. So this is who we have coming up in the up to 86 kg decider. The reigning Asian and Asian Games champion Li Fengmai of China, the world silver medalist Zheng Feifei, the European champion Louis Sugden of Great Britain is here for the open competition, the Southeast Asian Games champion Ninengga Widisha, a namesake of their fellow Indonesian who goes at 41 kg and who's also Asian Games champion. An additional Asian Games medalists, Haja and Jung Son are in it as well. Over 86 kg, well, what talent. We've got various Asian champions, Deng Zhumai of China, Lee Hong-jun of Korea, Allene Ancheta, Southeast Asian champion time and again, silver medalist last time out, Netsuda Panna of Thailand going in at world silver medalist and European Open champion from 2013, Huda Ali of Iraq. He's been out for a little bit. So here we go then, the final women's session, and it is the up to 86 kg category. First of all, 7 go in this. 6 going for the Asia-Oceania title. 7 aiming to be the Open champion. Lyasat Zakapova of Kazakhstan to start. First major championship for her. She's 43. First major championship it is, because para sports people can start at any time. So 87 she's kicking off at. This is the up to 86 event, so if you have those over 86 as the super heavyweights, then these are the heavyweights. First of 7 to get us into the 86 kg final. We're going up to 134 in this opening round. And that will be good for her. All 3 are good. I should tell you, by the way, Zheng Feifei holds the Asian record set in Mexico City at the World Championships in December. where she won the silver medal. She's looking to break her Asian record with her very first lift. She's probably having a look at the world record potentially. But anyway, that was Zakopova going clear right at the start. First major championship lift, and it was a good one.
Good lift.
That's her in the background, by the way. Sheng Fai Fai. Alice Olufemiayo of Nigeria is the reigning world champion in this. The Nenga Widiasi goes for Indonesia, going for 90, a namesake of her compatriot who lifts a 41 and 45, and like her is a Southeast Asian champion. Widiasi has taken the last 2 Southeast Asian Games titles. She is 38. This to start off at 90.
1 minute.
Oh, no lift. It's 2-1 against it. So having to return, iron it out. Unsuccessful with her first go. Aiming for 90 again in round 2 for the moment.
Thank you. The bar is loaded 105 kilos. This is the first attempt. Republic of Korea. Eun Son.
Jung Son, silver in the last Asian Games in Incheon, her home Asian Games in 2014. She was 4th in the last Asian Championships in Almaty, 8th in her 2 World Championships as well. Kim Jae-young is the coach. From Busan. Good to fly there, but never, ever, ever get the train. Here's Lee, 105. For Lee Jung Son. That'll be okay. 2 out of 3 for Lee Jung Son, and that puts her into the lead. Good lift. Not standing in ceremony with it either. Aiming for 110 in the next round straight away. So now the European champion for Great Britain, Louise Sugden, after her spectacular wheelchair basketball career. World champions 2014, 5 times bronze medalist at the Europeans. Didn't go beyond that. Had a major debut at the World Championships in Mexico City, finished 10th there. Silver in the Commonwealth Games, gold in Berg-sur-Mer in the Europeans. And starting off here at 110 and tilting for an open medal. Aiming for 105 here. And this to put her into the lead on the head-to-head. Marginally lighter in body weight than Lee. That'll be fine. 3 out of 3. Not to worry for Louise Sugden. And that puts her in front for the time being, the European champion.
Floaters, please. 120 kilos, rack height 13. Rack height 13, 120 kilos, please.
Good start. Solid lift. No problems. Always takes a lot of gumption, having been so successful in one sport, to switch to another.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 120 kilos, first attempt, representing Jordan.
But her first year in Paralympic has gone very well. So next up, Tawa Taisir Hamdan Al Hajjaj of Jordan. 120 for her. Silver in the Paralympic Games. In the 2 editions of the Asian Games so far, silver in 2014, bronze in 2010, 5th in the last Asians, 6th in the last Worlds in Mexico City. Gold in the Dubai World Cup in 2017, and a couple of silvers before that, and a silver this year as well. And she's going to start off at 120. That'll do. Well, what a good start we're getting in this. Standards impressive. And Al Hajjaj continuing that with her lift of 120. Based in Amman and coached by Adel Washa. And a quality start for her as well. Li Fengmei now the reigning Asian and Asian Games champion. 4th in the World Championships in Mexico City and 4th in the Rio Paralympic Games. The previous Paralympics, Athens 04, finished 4th there as well. Gold in the Asian Games in 2010. 127 for Li Fengmei. And this for the lead with 1 more to lift. And China are gunning for gold and silver in this. 127 for Lee. She's going to get it too. 3 out of 3 for Lee Fengmei. Out of the 20 titles in the last Asians 3 years ago, there were 4 they didn't win. Already 5 China have not won here, so the maximum they can take is 15 compared to the 16 that they won in Almaty 3 years ago. Well, they're well in position for this. 127 for Lee Fengmei.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 134 kilos. First attempt. People's Republic of China.
Zhang Feifei of China looking to break her Asian record with her very first attempt. 130 set in Mexico City. Finishing second behind Folashade Oluwafemiayo of Nigeria in those Worlds in Mexico City. 130 the existing record, this 134. The first Asian Championships, having made her major championship debut at those Worlds where she won the silver. 134. Looks good. It is good. So with the very first lift for her in the competition, she sets a new Asian record. She's in the mood for more. Lots more. 134 kg for Zhang Feifei. And in the mood for much higher. Good clean lift. Zhang Feifei leads, 134. Lee Fengmei in second place, 127. Al Hajjaj third for Jordan, 120. China, 1 and 2.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 92 kilos, second attempt. Representing Kazakhstan, Lizat Zakupova.
Leysat Zakupova of Kazakhstan to get the second round started. 87 in round 1, this for 92. Five added onto the board for Zakupova. Was a little bit lopsided on the way up, but she's been given it. 2-1. Zakupova, there was a slight risk for her that she wouldn't be given the ultimate nod, but it was even enough for 2 of them. It's a decent lift. So Jakubova, she stays 5th in the continental competition. Next, Nenga Widiasi of Indonesia, who missed 90 first time around, but she's going to stay to her pattern. This is for 95. .95 for Widiasi then. Her namesake is younger, but has been around a lot longer. But this Nenga Widiasi taking golds in the last 2 Southeast Asian Games, and 2 going against her for this one. She has problems. She's got 1 voting away. It means that she wasn't very far away. And she had that look of concern before the red light came on to confirm that she hadn't got it. So next up, Jung Son for Korea, cleared 105 in the first round. This is for 110. The silver medalist of the last Asian Games in Incheon and 4th in the last Asian Championships in Almaty. .110 her target, which will see her leap above Louise Sugden in the open competition to 4th, but she's already 4th in the continental competition. You need an extra 10 after this in order to get into the medals. But 110, well, she's not got it. It's no lift against Lee Young-sun, 2-1 against. Stays in 4th position, but would have done even if she'd got the lift.
Thank you, bars loaded 110 kilos. Second attempt, representing Great Britain, Louise Sugden.
So Louise Sugden coming up now, and it's 110 that she's aiming for. So she survives at the moment in 4th place in the open competition. She's going to stay there as well. Needs 120 in order to get into the top 3 in the open. Started well, 105 did the European champion. So Sugden for 110.
1 minute.
So 110, and that's been done with the same aplomb as she did 105. So Louise Sugden, it's a copper fastening of her position in third place, the bronze medal spots in the fourth place, should I say, in the open competition. The bronze medal spot still is 10 kilos away. It is doable, but El Hajjaj in the next few moments could render that for her pretty much impossible. We'll see. That was a fine lift as well. A very impressive European title, picked up in Berck-sur-Mer back in May. He came into the sport at a very high level. Tawa Al-Hajjaj. Currently in third place, bronze medal position with 120. Coming up, a shot at 125. And that is no lift for Al-Hajjaj. Fifth placer in the last Asian Championship stays in the bronze medal position for the time being. In terms of the continental competition, she is 15 clear of Jung Son, who's in fourth. So 2 to go in this middle round. She didn't execute it well. Here comes Li Feng Mai. Now she's aiming for a new Asian record herself of 135. Reigning Asian champion from 3 years ago, and the Asian Games champion from 8 years ago. Paralympic 4th place, World Championship 4th place in the last 18 months. The last 2 years, actually. It is 2 years since the Paralympics, exactly. Li Feng Mai going for it to intensify the battle between these two Chinese. 127, she cleared in round 1. This for 135 to beat the new Asian record by 1.
One minute.
135. That was a strong follow through. She'll be okay. Good lift for a new Asian record, and Li Feng Mai is into the lead. 135 for Li Feng Mai, after Zheng Feifei had set a new Asian record of 134 in the previous round. That was a supreme lift by Lee. So Li Fengmai, 135, Zheng Feifei having set a record of 134 in the first round, looking to increase it. Zheng Feifei now targeting 136. And remember, Major Championship debut yielded a silver at the World Championships last December. Sun Zhaogang, her coach, 136. She's only adding 2 on. It's definitely doable, and it would be a new Asian record for Zheng Feifei. So another attempt then. Zheng Feifei having broken the Asian record earlier for 134. This now for 136.
One minute.
Now that will be given the thumbs up. 2 to 1. It wasn't necessarily even on the way up, but she'd done enough right. New Asian record. Zheng Feifei is back in the lead, 136. The sky is the limit. Li Fengmai lifting 135, leaping up by 8 kilos to take the lead. And now Zheng Feifei has whipped it back again with a 136. Zheng Feifei the leader ahead of Li Fengmai, the Chinese teammate, and Tawa Al-Hajjaj in third for Jordan with 120. So into round 3. Lazat Shakapova, who's currently lying in 5th place, will get this final round going. She's down in 6th at the moment, 92 she's scored, looking for 96. It won't improve her lot, but it will improve her spirit definitely. '96 then for Shakapova of Kazakhstan for a clean sweep, having lifted 87 and 92. That is not going to go her way. She's got all 3 votes against her, so it ends on 92 for her, but that's still more than creditable. So she can be overtaken by our next lifter. At the moment, it is 5th for her in Asia-Oceania. Lost control on the way up, so the spotters had to intervene. They started on slightly too much. Extra 4. Ninenga Wiriashi, who has missed 90, missed 95, this an attempt at 97 to go 5th in the continent. The Southeast Asian champion. For the last 2 competitions. .97 the target for Ninenga Wiriashi. Got it raised and successfully. That's what she wanted to do first time. Rounds off at 97. That's pretty much the path that she was going to take anyway if she was successful all the way. She did the right thing, certainly. Went on and hit 97, which was the plan anyway in round 3. And that's the one that she needed to lift, and she did. So the competition intensifying in the final round, as you would expect. El Hajjaj, currently in the bronze medal position, is going to try and have a go at silver. Li Fengmai, who's the silver holder for now, is going to challenge Zheng Weifei for the gold. Louise Sugden now then for Great Britain, 105 and 110 she's got. This will be for 112. So, into position, Louise Sugden, the Nottingham-based Scot. So 112 for Louise Sugden.
One minute.
112 for Sugden. Sugden looks to have nailed it, but 2-1 against, unfortunately. So she wraps up on 110 because she's not coming back. That's the competition done for her. She wouldn't have advanced in terms of position even if she got that. She'd have had to get 120 and then hope that Al Hijaj had missed his. So it's a decent day's work. She wheels away in 4th.
Thank you. Bars loaded 113 kilos, third attempt, Republic of Korea, Eun Son.
Well, Sugden denied. It was a close run thing. Jung Son coming up now for Korea. 113 is her target. She would go above Sugden, even with a 111 at this stage. This to go 4th in the open competition, and she's already 4th. The continental event. So this for 4th in the Open. No attempt at going for a medal. $113 for Jung Son. Well, it's no lift. Do somewhat think that she kind of rushed it, because that gets voted down as well. Eun Jung is 4th in Europe. Yeah, she got it raised and then it got hard. Tawa Al-Hajjaj, 127. She's going for now. Would be good enough for bronze. To overtake Al-Hajjaj on 120. Tawa Taisir Hamdan Al-Hajjaj. 127 she is aiming for. $127 and no lift for her as she tried to sail up the rankings. So here we go, 2 lifts to go. They will both be Asian record attempts, and at the moment they're both 138. Zheng and Li going for both. Zheng is the lighter in body weight. She is the Asian record of 136. Li is 135. They're both going for 138. So here we go. 2 left, Li Fengmei of China, 138. This for the Asian record. The world record is 146. Asian record was 130 going into today. Li gets this. It's a new Asian record again. She goes into the gold medal position with only 1 lift to go, and that would be Zheng, who can go for the same mark, and she would take it on the head-to-head on body weight. She's lighter. So Li Fengmei, 138. $138. This for a bold lead. Li almost ready. This for the gold. Oof. It's up, and she has got the Asian record, and she has the lead, and Li is on the brink of glory. The Asian record has gone again. For the 4th time. She previously held the Asian record in round 2 for 2 minutes. Zheng Feifei stripped it off her again, and Zheng Feifei is coming up now. That was a terrific lift.
The bar is loaded, 138 kilos, 3rd attempt, People's Republic of China.
Zheng Feifei, 138. She's going for as well because she would take it on the head-to-head. If it goes with her lifting, then it goes to the head-to-head. The head-to-head being body weight, and Zheng is 4 kilos lighter, so it would go to her. Zheng Feifei then, 138 to equal the new Asian record and to be the Asia-Oceania champion. She would win it on countback on the head-to-head of weight. And she's got it up, but was it enough? It was not. She has missed out. 2-1 against for Zheng Feifei, who opened. She's got 2 Asian records in the opening 2 rounds, and she's lost her Asian record and the gold, having led pretty much throughout. 136 she's ended on. That Asian record for Li Fengmai gives her the gold for China. Li Fengmai, the defending champion, but 4th in the World Championships behind Zheng Feifei, who took silver. A modicum of revenge. We're going on. The competition is done. Zheng finishing 2nd. Zheng with the silver, Li Fengmai with the gold, but there will be an extra lift. Li, 138 gold for China. Zheng, silver for China, 136. Al-Hajjaj, bronze for Jordan, 120. But Zheng wants to go for 139 for the record again.
The powerlift, People's Republic of China,
Zheng Feifei, who had the Asian record going into this of 130, would like it back, thank you very much, having lost it to Li Fengmai. Bit of determination for Zheng to keep it in the clan. Well, it's silver for her this time. She was aiming for the heavier weights and looking to be the top gun, but found herself turned over. That was right at the end in the 3rd round. Li Fengmai is the champion. Zheng has finished 2nd. This is not for a medal, this is for a new Asian record. To whip it away from Li Fengmai again. Zheng has held the America's record for quite a while. 139 kg for a new Asian record. Here she comes, 139. The power lift for a new Asian record. A 4th attempt. It'll be the heaviest lift of the competition, but she won't win gold if she gets it. Jung Hyuk. 139. Has she done enough with it? I don't think it's travelled very far. She won't get it, but well, we all have the Asian Para Games coming up in a couple of weeks' time in Jakarta, and that's going to be the focus for a lot of athletes as soon as this competition ends, and this competition has just ended. No success. So wraps up, 136 was her best, which was the nation record at the time. Li Feng Mai coming away with the gold and a new Asian record. Women's over 86 kg category, and we have 6 going in this. Netsuda Pana of Thailand, who won Southeast Asian silver in 2015, 4th in 2017. That apart, 5th in the 1998 World Championships, and Fespik their games in 1990 won bronze, an event that is now defunct. So 75 for Netsuda Pana, who's been out of the highest level of international competition for a long, long time. So 75 for Netsuda Pana to begin the competition. Looks straightforward, and she will be given it. 3 out of 3 by Netsuda Pana. 18 attempts in this competition to determine the European champion. Didn't have a huge amount to do, had to get the execution right, pitch herself well in this opening round, and she did. 75 for Pana. Maria Ayadzova of Kazakhstan, 82 is what she's looking for. First major championship for the 28-year-old as she's coming out. And here she is, getting herself on the rack, Maria Ayadzova. And her target is 82 after Pana cleared 75. This for 82, this to go in front. For the debutante from Kazakhstan, and again that has not curried favour. So 1 out of the 2 there for Ayadzova. But her first major championship lift. Again, she was not very, very far away from it. but not given her. The attempts in this first round of Coupe, the women's over 86 kg, will go up to a massive 137. This is almost 25 more than anyone else, as you can see visually there. Huda Ali going for 93. Bronze in the West Asian Para Games. Silver in the World Championships 2010, 7th in London 2012, European Open Champion 2013. Went a bit quiet for about 2 years after that. Bronze in the Dubai World Cup in 2016. Her welcome back to competition. Huda Ali for Iraq, and she's gunning for 93. Huda Ali for an early lead after Olitsova missed out in 82 and Pinot got 75. Didn't have a huge amount of time left, about 30 seconds, and that kind of stuttered on the way up, and that means it won't be given her. Ali, 0 out of 3, 3 red lights, and it just kept jumping as she was raising it, so that's not given her way. Would have been quite generous if it had been given away. See, stop on the way out. Certainly with the naked eye side on. There were just little hops which actually manifested themselves there on the overhead camera. Normally the overhead camera looks like it smoothed everything out. But there you can actually see the little bumps along the way. So she didn't get that. Misses out at 93, and now we're going to go through the ton.
Thank you. The bar is loaded 100 kilos, first attempt. From Philippines, Allene Ancheta.
Allene Ancheta, who has been winning major championship medals since 1999. The Thespit Games, gold in 02. That was a predecessor to the Asian Para Games. That event now is defunct. Bronze, Sydney 2000. Her only global medal. But she is the reigning Southeast Asian Games champion, and she has won that title 5 years in a row. And in 7 Southeast Asian Games, she has medalled. 100 kg, Allene Ancheta. Well, not quite as smooth as they wanted it, and she has to come back and do it a bit better. Philosophical reaction from her.
Floaters, please. 114 kilos, rack height 11.
Final women's event of the week. And China won all but one. Rusa Kusayeva for Uzbekistan, the 55 kg. Ancheta with the third heaviest weight of the opening round, but missing out.
Thank you. The bar is loaded 114 kilos first attempt, representing Republic of Korea, Eun Jung.
Eun Jung for Korea. Second heaviest attempt of the opening round. Asian Games champion in 2014. Asian champion 2013. Silver in the return in election in 2015. Fourth in the Paralympic Games in Rio. Seventh at London 2012. She picked up an injury right ahead of that, which stunted her a bit, but good to have her back. Silver in the Aga World Cup last year in Hungary. Lee, 114. So here she comes, Lee Eun Jung. That's going to be a flash of red as well.
No lift.
2 reds, so no lift by Lee, which means Suda Pana is our leader for now. That's quite a position that she's found herself in. Only 6 in this, and if a few of the lifters have a bad series of results, Suda Pana is it going to get into the medals? $137 for Deng Shumai then. Waiting to come out. Aiming in attempt number 1 for a new Asian record held by Lee Rufyang, set in Kuala Lumpur in the World Cup there in February 2 years ago. Deng Shumai, Asian Championship winner in 2013, bronze in the last Asians in 2015, but she is the defending Asian Games champion. A different weight category to Lee Hyung Yun, and they come head to head in a few weeks' time. So 137, Deng Shumai looking to break the Asian record of Lee Rufyang. Asian record, 137. First attempt as well. She's made her position perfectly clear, cards on the table. That looked great, and it is a new Asian record for Deng Shumai, just like that, first attempt. And surely that's the gold. She leads by a ridiculous amount, 62 kilos she's ahead at the moment, simply because there have been so many misses. But the lifter from Gwangju, the 26-year-old who has been an Asian Games champion, so close to a medal in Mexico City where she finished 4th at the World Championships in December. That was absolutely perfect, nailed on well.
Representing Thailand, it's Suda Pana.
So Deng leading 137. Pana second on 75, and Pana coming out again with her second attempt at 80. The interesting thing is that most of those who missed in the first round are adding weight to the bar. Nobody from outside Asia or Oceania in this, so no calculating to remove athletes who are just in the open. Anyway, 80 kg this is. Doable, perhaps, for Pana.
One minute.
80 for Pana in this second round. And that will fit the bill. 3 out of 3 for Pana. And she stays in the silver medal position. Now, how long will she be here? It's a remarkable position that she finds herself in at the moment, but that's competition. Strong lift. Good technique. Got it and delighted with it. Maria Aytsova returns 85. Her target now, having missed 82 in the previous round. Aytsova emerging and determined to get this and to get it right. .85 then for Aytsova, having missed 82 in the opening round, but that was much better. That was much better. 2 out of 3, she's on the board, 85. So she goes into the silver medal position and Pana drops to bronze, with Allene Ancheta and Ali still to come in this second round. We are tipping through this competition very effectively. Thumbs up, and justifiably so. Ironed out the minor issues from the first round attempt. So Huda Ali coming up now for Iraq. 93 as her target. Again, this would put her into the silver medal position, and Pana would be knocked out of the medals, and she's got a bit of thinking to do then. So Huda, 93, having missed it in the first round. Interesting series of results since she came back into athletics, into powerlifting. World Championship silver in 2010, and the European Open gold was one where she went to Alexin and beat the best of another continent. This for 93 for Huda Ali, and this to go into the silver medal position. 93 for Huda Ali. Just about 20 seconds to go when she started the lift, but that's the sort of pressure that maybe she needs. She's got it. That was impressive by Huda Ali. 3 out of 3. She now goes into the silver medal position. And everybody successful so far in this second round. Deng leads 137. Huda Ali second 93. Oyuzova third 85. Pana fourth 80. It was a quality lift by Huda Ali. And a quality lifter is on the way. Bench just being mopped down at the moment. It was covered in chalk. It's not preferable to everybody.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 105 kilos, second attending. Philippines, Allene Ancheta.
Allene Ancheta of the Philippines, 105 the target, and again this aiming for the silver medal. Missed 100 in the opening round. And again a little bit of a step up from 100, even though she missed it following the original plan, whether she was successful or not. For Allene Ancheta. And that is 2-1 in her favour. Well, they're all getting it right in this second round. It's hard lines a little bit on Pana, who was second for a good bit out of the blue and unexpectedly. But they've all hit form now, and Ancheta of the Philippines. Asian silver, Asian Games silver, Paralympic bronze, Southeast Asian Games gold, and 5 of them. She knows very much what she's doing. To claim up to 105, Ancheta. She's been with the Rondalla band shortly after she was so successful, winning bronze at the Paralympic Games in Sydney. Lee up now, going again for 114, and once more this would be up into the silver medal position, and if she gets this, then everybody in the competition will have scored. They're going for 114 again. This is the race for silver, effectively. It's been very one-sided. Lee Hyung-yun, 114, having missed it in the first round. Asian Games champion 2014, Asian Championship winner 2013, lives in Pyeongtaek. Well, 114 is good for her, and everybody's been successful now. Missed out on that in the opening round, but Lee leaps up into second place. Ancheta down into bronze. Deng is our champion. She can't be anything else with a lead like that. Leads by 23 kilos. Deng does from Lee. And she's looking for higher. She's looking for another Asian record, having set a new mark of 137 in the opening round. Lee with a terrific attempt of 114 kg. Deng Jumei awaiting. Another Asian record will be attempted in this second round. Started the second round with a very, very solid 127. It's 137, should I say. So here she comes again, Deng Jumei. 141 she's gunning for now, which would add an immense amount. 6 to the outgoing Asian record from Li Rufang of China 2 years ago.
Once again, this successful, she'll break her own Asian championship record. The Asian record of
141 then. Deng breaking the Asian record in round 1. That was 137. This 141 for Deng Jumei. Technique looks good. And she gets a split goal in her favour. Another new Asian record, 141. What a night she's having and loving it. Exquisite lifting by Deng Jumei. That's 2 Asian records. Deng lifts 141 with that Asian record. Lee in second for Korea, 114, and Ancheta third for Philippines, 105. So now, Mitsuda Pana looking to finish off on 86, having scored 80 in the second round. Long career, but in terms of major championships, it's been a bit empty since the Fesbic competition in '99. So Pana to start the final round with 86. Strong lift, but not a good lift. Wiped out by all of the judges, so 80 is her best. Natsuda Pana of Thailand, 80, still creditable. There's quite a few of these who we don't tend to see a lot of in major global competition, curiously.
Floaters, please. Wrapping 15, 87 kilos. Thank you. The bar is loaded. 94 kilos, 3rd of 10. Representing Kazakhstan, Maria Alezova.
So now Maria Ayazova of Kazakhstan, and 94 is her target in this final round. Originally she was pitching herself at 87, but she's had a look, and this would put her into 4th position just outside the medals. So she's had a good think about it, and she obviously feels she's capable of it. Ayazova going for a strong 94. Third and final attempt. Got 85 in the previous round. Well, that looks good. Is it? It's not called that way. 2-1 against. Split decision. So 85 is her best, and her prospects of leaping up into 4th position are gone.
Floaters, please. Rack height 13, 100 kilos.
Well, it's over. Wheels away, having got 85, but nothing else. And having a few words as well. I think she was quite close to getting it in that 3rd round. It's not a case that was everybody dissenting from her point of view. It was a good lift. She's got the power up, just not to the liking of enough in the jury. Huda Ali now going for the full 100. She scored 93 in the previous round. That has her in 4th place, and this attempt at 100 would keep her there. At least she'd have the great psychological thought of 100,000 yen. And 100 the targets. She would be 5 away from the bronze, but this is her last attempt, so not going for it. She feels the 105 would not be within her today. Pana finishing in 6th and Ayazova in 5th. Huda Ali for the 100. Silver at the 2010 World Championships. European Open gold 2013, and that West Asian Games bronze last year in Sharjah. For 100, Huda Ali. That's looked good, but it has not been given her. Oh, she thought it was tentative. You see there, she was left waiting. She's having a little look. Ooh, ooh. Well, she's going to ask for that to be reviewed. She got 1 her way. Only needed 1 more. So she finishes on 93. That's 4th. 100. It would be 4th. She's accepted the result now. It used to be the case that there were more appeals in previous years. So it was easier to appeal, and so you were getting a lot willy-nilly. Now also to pay to put it in an appeal. Just her reaction suggested she wanted that. She thought she was closer to it than the result that was given, which was 2-1 against. That That strapping was pulled out with a flourish and almost connected with the coach. I'm sure that was accidental and not meant to come across that way. Well, now there's quite a number of interesting attempts coming here. Ancheta got 105 in round 2, was originally looking at 115 to overtake Lee, but now she's moved it up to 122, and so has Lee. So it's Allene Ancheta, the Philippines, aiming for 122. If they both get it, then it goes to Lee on the head-to-head, as she is lighter body weight, which means she's lifted a greater percentage. 122 for Ancheta. 122 will be coming up for Lee. $122 for Ancheta to go for the silver medal, and it went haywire very, very early on. 115 would have overtaken Lee. That was 7 beyond it and 17 on top of what she'd previously done. So it's bronze for Allene Ancheta. Didn't start the last Asian Championships in 2015. The DNS, obviously meaning she was at the venue, but presumably didn't check in time. And silver in 2013, so that's a bronze to add to it.
Third attempt, Republic of Korea, Eun Jung.
Lee Eun Jung has got the silver. And with Ancheta going for 122, Lee going for 122, she can't backtrack, therefore. So she's looking for personal goals in the silver medal position for Korea. China have taken another one. So 122. For the Eun Jung, 122. Which has got up there. It, however, won't be counted as being clean. 2 have voted against already, so it's not going to be given her. Just waiting for the other side referee to give it. And the side referee did. So she wraps up on 114. Does Lee Eun Jung. Asian champion of 2013, silver 2015, now silver 2018. Referee, by the way, Norcia Mohammed of Malaysia, the side referee Stella Herrick, United States, and Alessia Paruk of Russia. If I remember, it's from Siberia, so actually not a long way to travel this time. Anyway, Deng, 137, 141, and now going for 146, which will be a third Asian record for her of the day. This is 14 off Josephine Orji's world record set for Nigeria in claiming Paralympic gold in Rio in 2016. Here she comes, Deng Shumei, 146. She's the final women's champion of the week, and of the 10 women's events, China have won 9. 146 for Deng. The Asian record coming in today was 135. It went up to 137. It's now 141, and it could go to 146 with this. Deng Shumei, the 2013 Asian champion, 2014 Asian Games champion. Deng for another Asian record. It's rising, but did it hold? Has she got it? She's got it! Another Asian record for Deng Shumei. 146. And every single attempt good. Every single one an Asian record. And that for Deng Shumei was marvelous. New frontiers for Deng Shumei. (137), 141, 146. Excellent lift. So Deng Shumei wins it for China, 146. Lee Hyung-yun, the silver for Korea, 114. And Allene Ancheta, the bronze for the Philippines, 105. Watch that fourth column. If another number, there it is. Deng is going for another Asian record. In the powerlift round, the fourth attempt. Another Asian record she fancies. And why not? This is 13 off the world record. Asian Para Games on in a few weeks in Jakarta. She feels in great form. It's her continental events after all. This is not something happening the other side of the world. It's the perfect platform for Deng. And this has been just a tremendous solo run, if you like. The only athlete to get all 3 attempts correct. You'll actually notice that all 6 lifters were successful in the second round, which was a considerable standard considering what happened in rounds 1 and 3. And Deng was the only lifter in round 3 to be successful, but she'd already won it with her first attempt. Deng Shumei still has 2 minutes. 3 minutes allotted for record attempts in the 4th round in the powerlifts. Deng Shumei has arrived in the tunnel. Emerges from the smoke. 3 magnificent lifts so far, and this for another Asian record. Well, here she comes, 147 then, for her 4th Asian record, and that was a step too far. So, 146 is where it ends for her. Very, very creditable. A 9th women's gold medal out of 10 for China at these championships.
Ladies and gentlemen, this now concludes the competition.
They have 14 overall out of the 19 to date. And they'll fancy one more. But some considerably wonderful, consistent lifting from Deng Jumei during that. And 146 is where it ended for. A fourth attempt at 147 was not good. Deng Jumei, China's latest champion. 3 Asian records set, finishing at 146. Gold for China, silver for Korea, Lee Hyun with 114, and bronze for Allene Ancheta for the Philippines with 105. So China having an immensely successful time of it again. As I say, out of the 20 senior events, Asia Championships 3 years ago, they won 16 out of 20. They've won 14 senior medals. There's a 15th added on there for a junior success. They've won 23 medals overall. Li Fengmai with another record, and this was the Asian record, which he broke 3 times. Deng Jumei in the 86 and Li Fengmai in the up to 86. Got a number of records going in the final women's session. So medal ceremonies coming then, and we have 2 of them for the up to 86 event. First of all, China winning gold in the final 2 events. So, the medal presentation, Jorge Moreno, the World Para Powerlifting Senior Manager, and Kitakyushu, the Japanese Para Powerlifting Federation Vice President.
The bronze medalist, representing Jordan, Allene.
So, the bronze medal going to Tawa Al-Hajjaj for Jordan. Good consistent lifting from her. The first round attempt did it for 120. Al-Hajjaj, Paralympic silver medalist in Rio. Asian Games silver medalist last time out as well. Zheng Feifei with the silver medal for China. This really dramatic event. She broke the Asian record with the first 2 attempts, 134, 136. Missed in the final round, 138, and then got turned over. Was her own Asian record that she broke twice. Zheng Feifei, the silver.
Gold medalist and Asia-Oceania champion, representing People's Republic of China, Li Fengmei.
Well, this was quite something. Li Fengmei of China, behind for a lot of it, set a new Asian record in round 2 of 135. Zheng came out, lifted 136. Li came out in round 3, 138 new Asian record. Zheng attempting the same weight to take it on the head-to-head, on the body weight, missed. Li Fengmei, the Asian champion. Retains her crown from 3 years ago when it was just the Asian Championship. Now it's the Asia-Oceania one. Asian Games champion of 2010, and here's that jaunty version of the Chinese anthem again. Great version of that anthem. It is uplifting. And China have lifted themselves up to the top of the medal table again. There is only one women's event they did not win, and that's when Rusa Kusieva of Uzbekistan took the 55 kg event. Li Fengmei, the gold for China, 138. Zheng Feifei, the silver for China, 136. And Tawa Al-Hajjaj, the bronze for Jordan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's over 86 kilo category.
それでは続いて女子84キログラム超級の表彰式を行います。
Please welcome the medalists.
さあ、メダリストが登場します。大きな拍手でお迎えください。
The women's over 86 kilo category, the heaviest lifters of the lot, and China taking the honours here again.
Bronze medalist, representing Philippines, Allene Ancheta.
Well, she's been winning major championship medals since 1999. Perennial Southeast Asian champion. She's won that title 5 times, 2 silvers as well. And the bronze here. She's also been the Asian Powerlifting Champion 07. It's able-bodied, and the bench press Asian Champion 99, able-bodied. How about that? Bronze here. She takes the Southeast Asian title for next year, which is in 2020. It'll be the 20-year anniversary of her taking medals. Lee Hyun-young, just one successful lift for her, 114, and that was enough to claim this silver medal. She's the reigning Asian Games champion. Silver in the Asian Championships in 2015. Had been Asian champion in 2013 and follows up that silver with another silver here.
Gold medalist and Asia-Oceania Open champion, representing People's Republic of China,
Jung Hyuk takes the gold for China. It was bronze for her in this 3 years ago. It's gold for the second championship in 3. She also Asian Games defending champion at a different weight to Lee. Asian records all the way. The 3 rounds, 137, 141, 146, went for another 147 in the power lift, the 4th round, but it was beyond her that time. 146 she just made, but 147 not. So China have won 9 out of 10 of the women's titles in Kitakyushu. Considerable achievement for Deng Xiumai. The Asian Para Games are coming up, and both she and Li Fengmei may fancy tilts at world records there. Li Fengmei only 8 kilos off Folashade Oluwafemiayo's world record in the up to 86 kg event, and Deng Xiumai here is 14 kilos off Josephine Orji's for Nigeria. Interesting times in that in Jakarta. So China take the 2 golds in the final women's session. 9 out of the 10 of the women's golds, and 14 of the 19 won up to this point. There's only 1 event left. This was the women's up to 86 kg final. Tawa Al-Hajjaj, successful in the opening round with 120, and that's all she needed to be to take the bronze. The Paralympic silver medalist in Rio 2 years ago. Zhang Feifei, Asian records in rounds 1 and 2, going up to 136, went for another Asian record of round 3, missed it, and missed the gold, only silver for her. That was her 2nd Asian record. Li Fengmei had set an Asian record in round 2, which lasted for 2 minutes, and in round 3 lifted 138. Zheng didn't, and Li Fengmei takes the gold. And the young challenger has been kept waiting by Li Fengmei, but Zhang Feifei's hammering on the door. Al-Hajjaj, the bronze for Jordan, everything else for China, as usual. The over 86 kg decider. Allene Ancheta from the Philippines, the Southeast Asian champion. This great veteran who's been winning titles since 99. 105 her only successful lift, that earning her the bronze medal. Lee Hyung-yun, who's previously been Asian champion and Asian Games champion. 114 in round 2. That won her the silver, but she was not close to our eventual winner, who was really in a class of her own. Deng Xiumai opened up with an Asian record of 100 137. The second attempt 141, this a third attempt 146. Asian records all the way, edging close-ish to the world record of Josephine Orji of Nigeria. And Deng Zhumai wins the gold by a margin of 32 kilos. Went for another Asian record in round 4. The powerlift didn't get that, gets the gold, and she's got the Asian record anyway. Deng the gold, Lee the silver, and Ancheta the bronze. One event left, the men's over 107 kg decider, and that'll be in half an hour's time. Join us then. Day 1 of the 2018 World Para Powerlifting Asia-Oceania Open Championships in Kitakyushu. And the first event of the week, the men's 49 kg event, where the former world champion Omar Karada of Jordan would be up against the likes of Lee Van Kong, or at least he would have been, but he didn't start, having pulled out at the start of the competition, the Paralympic and world champion. He's got it raised. Does he have the junior world record? Yes, he does! Yes, he does! 2 out of 3! Izadi for another world record, and he's got it up. He's got another world record! 140 for Alireza Izadi! 3 out of 3! 158. Look good, and it is 2 out of 3. Jung Hyuk. Got the 175 up there, and he gets it. So the men's 49 kg claimed by Jordan's Omar Karada ahead of Jung Hyuk of China, with Alireza Izadi and his junior world record, the bronze.